Hey everybody, hope you're doing fantastic. I know I haven't made a video in a few days. We've been pretty busy around here with other things, but I do plan to make more videos more frequently because, you know, it's important to keep content going, you know, even if you don't have much going on with your animals. People do like to see updates and things like that and how you're doing. I decided to show you this because this is actually a photo that I took at the Birmingham Zoo. The funny thing about this, I had this, gosh, where did I go to? I think I went to like Canvas Print or something. I went to like a canvas printing site and had this photo printed on a canvas. It's in our room, but I'm thinking about putting it in the snake room upstairs because I think it would look really awesome in there. My husband also got me two really cool posters for Christmas I'll show you. One's about ball python morphs and one's all about boa constrictors. It's kind of like it's got a cool picture of a boa constrictor and then it's got like facts about the boa constrictor. But I really wanted to show you this because I've had this for a long time and I'm really proud of this photo. This was like one photo out of all the zoo pictures that I thought was the best, and like I said, I took this through glass with my DSLR camera, my Nikon. Yeah, I think that we should hang it in the snake room, so that would be really cool. We don't have, you know, too many updates or anything like that. We did go to a reptile show today. We went to the Show Me Snakes show in Gadsden. It wasn't really big. We aren't sure if it's just because of the day that we went and the weather. The weather was pretty bad. It stormed today out there. And they had about maybe half of the vendors. As far as how filled up the venue was, it was like half of the vendors in capacity compared to all the other times we've gone. So there wasn't a ton to look at, but some of our favorites were there, like Land to Sea Exotics. Wanted to give a shout out to them. We saw them today, had some awesome animals to show off to everybody. We talked to a few new breeders that we hadn't met before, so it was pretty cool. You know, we did see some neat things, but it just wasn't really a big show like we were used to when we go to the Show Me Snakes shows. So, you know, it's about 45 minutes away for us, so we usually always go to those because they're always really good and like really big shows. But anyway, we weren't looking for anything super specific in particular. My husband was potentially looking for certain female ball pythons. He has some certain genes he wanted to work with. Fortunately, like I said, we didn't really find what we were looking for, so better luck next time. I think Repticon's coming back to the BJCC soon, so we'll have to see about that. But I do have a really cool update for you guys. It's not about a snake, but it's about our new bearded dragon. Her name is Pumpkin. Her mother is a red-orange het hypo, and then her father is a yellow citrus het hypo. So she's orange. She's like bright orange. I'll show you a close-up of her. There she is. It's kind of hard to try to come back here so you can see her color. She's still got her little number on there from the breeder. We got her from Squamates. But she's like a really pretty bright safety cone orange. When you have her like out in like natural daylight, you can really see. But she's adjusting well to her new home. As you can see, she had a little accident on her log. But she's 6 months old. So she's like 6 inches long. She's in a 40 gallon. This is the 40 gallon that we originally had Nala in, our almost 500 gram chainsaw ball python. She's moved to the rack. We always knew we were going to eventually move her to the rack. And this 40 gallon's really nice. It's the All Living Things 40 gallon enclosure from PetSmart, and since we still had it, we decided, hey, let's put something in here. And I used to have a bearded dragon when I was in college, and I really enjoyed having that bearded dragon. So years later, of course, that was something on my list that I wanted to own again. But she is amazing. This is maybe her third or fourth day. We got her shipped to us, and she's going to stay in this 40 gallon until she gets a little bit bigger, and then we're going to upgrade her. But we think that this 40 gallon, for her being 6 months old and still being on the smaller side, is a really, really good size for her. And it's something that, you know, she has enough space in here to move around, but we'll also be taking her out and getting her used to handling and things like that. Which she's pretty used to people already. She'll come to me if I like hand feed her and things like that. But she's a little bit skittish when you take her out because she's so little right now and she's not older. So the older they get, you know, they'll get a little bit more chilled out to where they'll be more likely to kind of chill on your shoulder instead of kind of squirm away and run away. But we're very, very excited to have her. And we have been thinking about potentially breeding bearded dragons one day. But we would do it on a small scale. We would just get a male that would go really well with her and then have him in a different enclosure. And every now and then pair them to have some babies. You know, we wouldn't do it all the time, but we would have that be sort of like a little addition to what we do with the snakes, so that whenever we start going to reptile shows and setting up a table and things like that, we would have a little bit of variety for maybe people that aren't looking for a snake but might be looking for something else. And we might potentially get into leopard geckos and crested geckos maybe one day. I know that I want to get into leopard geckos because I do want to also have that sort of be in addition to what we do, like a small sort of side variety type thing that we do in addition to all the snakes. But I wanted to show you her because she's amazing. And they gave me, you know, her diet and everything that she's been on. So a really easy adjustment with her eating and kind of getting used to things because I already know what food she's been on. And, you know, some of the things that were already being done for her. So, but I'll kind of give you sort of an enclosure tour. This is her basking area. And yes, again, I apologize for that right there. I'll have to clean that off, but this is her enclosure. She's got some plants, and this is her basking area. And I'm using a 75 watt bulb. I used 100 watt at first and tested it out before she got here, and it got too hot. So the 75 watt was what I went with. And then I have a CHE for nighttime, and then this is her UVB bulb by Zoomed. It sits on top of the enclosure, so it's not inside. I bought that separately. That was probably in it, you know, when it comes to everything I had to get, because we knew we already had the enclosure and some of the other things that are in here. But when it comes to what I had to get, this is probably the most expensive thing, and the bulb. And I'll actually show you. It's the T8. The Reptile T8 terrarium hood. Let's see. And it kind of tells you somewhere that it's good for 40 gallons on here, and then it tells you the bulb. So this is the bulb right here. Fluorescent UVB reptile lamp. And this is the 18. It says 18 millimeter. But yeah, this is what we got. So, yeah, it kind of tells you some stuff on the back about lamp distance and things like that. But yeah, I had to get these. This bulb was probably like $40, like $39 and some change. And then this hood was like $60, like $59. But yeah, that's what I had to get. And I went to Walmart. And I knew you could use cabinet liner for flooring or substrate, whatever you want to call it. So I found this really, really pretty modern looking marble pattern. And it doesn't have the little holes in it like some of the other cabinet liner, like the checkered cabinet liner or lattice liner does. So I got this because I felt like it would be better. But it's really soft, really easy to clean. She's already pooped one time in here and I've cleaned it up really easily. But she's got some more plants and a hide over there. She's got her humidity gauge and that tells me the temperature on that side. Got her a little stuffy because sometimes she likes to cuddle with it. And I know it's a little bit dirty in here because she's been having a good time in here eating and kind of, you know, strolling all her stuff around. But she's got a little cave back there. Everything that her logs and cork bark and everything is sitting on top of. There's like a cave under here, and it serves as like another hide on this side, and she's got some plants back there so she can go hide behind there, but she really loves being over here. And she comes over here, you know, on this side sometimes, but this is where her food and everything is, and so we're really excited to have her and watch her grow, and just, you know, the experience of her spending time with us and owning a bearded dragon again, because like I said, I owned one in college and it was a lot of fun. But we can kind of check on some of the ball pythons here. Priya in here, she paired it for a third time today with Leo. The first time we paired her with him was October. The second time was November. We're kind of trying to just test things out with pairing once a month. And they just got done pairing. I ended up kind of skipping December. I probably shouldn't have done that, but I ended up skipping all of December because I thought she was going to go for us, because it seemed like she was, you know, it seemed like she was going to ovulate, and she had what we thought was a pre-lay shed, and you know, she was exhibiting a lot of the behavioral signs that she was going to lay, and so I didn't put him in here anymore in December, but she didn't end up laying because I was keeping track of everything, and if that would have been her pre-lay shed, then she would have already definitely laid eggs by now. So I kind of waited a little bit, and then I put him in here again yesterday, and they locked for maybe like a whole day, or at least most of the day. And they either separated sometime last night or this morning, so I went ahead and put him back. But now she's just kind of chilling. She's already a big girl as it is. We bought her as an adult. And so this is basically, she's always been a big snake. I'm probably going to change these paper towels and stuff out and put what I used to put in here, which was craft paper, or not craft paper, packing paper. Because she has a bad tendency to bunch all these paper towels up, and the only reason that we don't usually really do like substrate in here is because she was having an issue tipping over her water bowl. But that's pretty much resolved, so I'll probably do the packing paper, and then maybe I'll go back to Cocoa Husk. They're really good. Today is actually feeding day. This little one right here, Soul, she's gotten a lot bigger. She's still a baby. She's our Super Pastel Desert Ghost, and this is the one snake that we have that is on live food. It's been so insane lately because ever since before Christmas, about a week before Christmas, it's been so hard for us to find live mice at the pet stores. And you know, we've definitely considered trying to find like a breeder, because you know, that's what she eats. She eats live, and we're trying to get her on frozen thawed. We've had, you know, attempts to get her on. Hasn't been successful, so she's still pretty picky and, you know, only wants to eat live. But she's definitely hungry because last week she ate on Thursday, so she's definitely hungry. But we're gonna try and see if we can get her to eat frozen thawed today, because we really want her to get on frozen thawed. But we'll go ahead and get her to go back in there. I can tell she's hungry. I feel bad for her, but I tried to go to one of the pet stores in Birmingham that I go to get live, and I actually ended up getting there too early. They get their shipments on Thursdays, but I was like 2 hours too early, and I had to hurry up and come back home. Leo back there, he is the male that we had in there with Priya earlier. You know, that was their third confirmed lock, so we're hoping that we can get some eggs from both of them, but you never know. You gotta wait and see. This is where we moved Nala to. We put a lot of her plants that she had in that 40 gallon in here. But she's doing really good in the rack. She's already eaten for us one time. As you can see, it looks like she's actually in blue now. So she's about to shed, but she usually eats even though she's in shed, so she should be fine. But I'm going to show you where we moved Calypso to. We were going to put Nala in a separate tub, extra tub that we had, but Nala was too big for that, so we ended up putting Calypso in there since Calypso's still a baby, because she can fit in that tub for a while. But we've got Nala in here, and then of course we have Lucian at the bottom. Let's see where he's at. Don't know if he's in here. on this side. I think he's back here. He must be in his warm hide. Yep. He's under his paper towel back there. You can't really see him. But Lucian's doing really good. He did go on another mini food strike for like 2 weeks, but now he's back to eating again. Where we moved Calypso to, this is a slightly smaller, well, the width is about the same, but it's a shorter tub. So we put her in here since she's still a baby. Obviously she still has her awesome personality where she loves to come out and see everybody. And this again is our normal double het ghost, orange ghost and clown girl. So we want to pair her with Leo one day because Leo is 100% het orange ghost. So we could do some orange ghost stuff, but we really like her because even though, you know, she's a normal, like her mother was Inchy, an Inchy orange ghost, and then her dad was what they call a blue ghost clown. So apparently blue ghost isn't like a super solid thing like orange ghost. That's what we were told, is that her dad had blue ghost and he was also a visual clown. So we kind of wonder if she's got some Inchy in her. What do y'all think? But she's very, very bright gold color. And you can't really tell in here because of the lighting, but on her neck and some of her sides, she's got a little bit of blue. So some of her scales are actually like a grayish blue, but she's growing really well. She was on live when we got her, and now she's on Frozen Thawed. So we're hoping that we can also get Soul on Frozen Thawed, and then everybody will be on Frozen Thawed. And then obviously here's Zahara. She is definitely well over breeding weight now. She's our albino 100% het clown. We tried to pair her like one time. I think she's hungry. She might try to bite my phone. We tried to pair her one time with Celian, but we don't think they're ready yet. So we're going to probably give them till next season and try, because they were both 2020 snakes. So, I mean, they're 2 now, but we still think they might need a little bit more time, especially Celian, because he's a really young male and we don't really think he knows exactly what to do yet. And she hasn't really been exhibiting any behavioral signs, like she's not been bowl wrapping or anything like that. So we're probably going to wait and try to pair them next season. So she's 100% het clown. Celian is a Superfly 100% het clown. So we really want to get some clown babies so that we can have like a baseline of clown stuff to work with, to put into other things. And you know, they were basically bought together pretty much. I bought both of them for a reason, to be paired together. But she's doing really good. She's still in her big tub. And that's her. I actually need to weigh her, but I'm probably not going to do it. I'm not going to do it today because today's feeding day, so I'm going to leave them alone because they're already hungry. But that's her. That's Zahara. And here's Celian. He's kind of hiding, waiting for his dinner. But that's our Superfly 100% het clown. So he will go with Zahara, probably, like I said, next season. I'll go show you some footage of some of the snakes downstairs, because I know that usually I come up here and I literally only film the snakes up here and stuff. So I'll go downstairs and I'll show you a little bit of the other snakes, the reticulated pythons and the boa constrictors and our Kenyan sand boa. But we hope that you guys have had a great weekend again, and if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to our channel. And then also please follow us on Instagram. We post a lot, like mainly we post daily updates with photos and short videos and things on Instagram. So we are at magic_city_morphs. And you can also find us on Facebook. We also have a Facebook page. So please like and subscribe to our channel, and then also please go follow our social media. We look forward to the future when it comes to breeding. Like I said, we're kind of trying to start out now with one pair of snakes just to kind of see what happens. But if it doesn't happen this season, hopefully next season will be a lot better for us. We'll just have to wait and see.